What's up guys, my name's Sipsy and welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. Today we're talking about this Moment Suarez card, how to get it quicker, a team you can use, just some players that are generally a good idea to use in this, and go through the objectives and how to get this a lot quicker just to help you guys out. So let's jump straight into the objectives. You are going to need to score a finesse goal in 2 separate matches in the live foot friendly World Beaters, which is obviously the new mode they've introduced, and we'll jump into that as well. The second objective is to score and assist in the same match using a striker with minimum 4-star skill moves. You're also going to need to assist using players with 4-star weak foot in 3 separate games. You need to win 10 matches in the new mode, and obviously you also need to score in 14 separate matches using La Liga players, which obviously is going to theme our team a little bit. So let's jump straight into the team. So just to show you guys, this is the World Beaters mode. The only requirement for this is that there is a 3 club minimum. So I mean, whatever you put in there, you're definitely going to have minimum 3 clubs. You just can't use a full team from 1 club or a split of 2 clubs. So it doesn't really hinder you in any way, so it's going to be very sweaty, I'd imagine. It's also a max chemistry, so it doesn't matter what chemistry your team is on, so you can pretty much use whoever you want. So I think we're going to see a lot of icons in this. Let's jump straight into the team that I've built though. So as you can see on the screen guys, this is the team that I'm going to be running for this objective. My general advice for you would be is use effectively the best team you've got, whether that be using loans or players that you've packed, players you can buy, etc. I've gone with Neuer just because I had him untradeable. He's the best goalkeeper I have in my club. Obviously the chemistry doesn't matter, you can use whoever you want. My favourite right back is Kleiber, who I did in the SBC, so it's a great idea. I've gone for a Para, who may not be the best shout for some people, but I genuinely think he is just the anti-striker. He's like a heat-seeking missile, he's so fast. I also had Hierro at my disposal, and most people should have all of these icons available if they did any of the loan SBCs. I did the Adama freeze, but if you have the loan, obviously you could use him. But the main thing we're going to focus on is up top. Inaki Williams is very useful because he, of course, has those 4-star skill moves, which are important for scoring and assisting with. It doesn't quite have the weak foot though, and also on Gaia, we've got the 4-star skill moves as well. So both of those could be the score and assist, which would be really helpful. In terms of getting the assists with the 4-star weak foot, you'll notice that you've got, obviously, Figo is an option for 4-star weak foot. Balak has 4-star weak foot. And on the left hand side, Ousmane Dembele has got a 5-star situation going on. So those are all very helpful. In terms of stacking your bench, you can use whoever you want in this mode. So the bench is going to be absolutely mental. Rodrigo over here is just perfect for this as well. You could even sub him on 4-star. You could bring him on up top. He's very pacey. Obviously he's not very strong. That's the only weak downside for him. But basically you can bring him on. All of the icons though are pretty much just in play at this point for this mode. So just stack your bench with everyone you've got, loan Mbappe, loan icons, anyone you've packed untradeable, that's the way to go. But I would say the fact that you need to score in 14 separate games with those La Liga players, if you're working towards the wins, that's great. Hopefully you can get the wins inside 14 games to speed it up. But I would say starting with La Liga strikers up top, just to get the goal out of the way, is a great shout. And then once you've got the goal, you can see that if I score with Gaia, or I score with Dembele, or I score with Inaki Williams, you could bring on anyone you want really. Rodrigo if you're struggling to get the goal, but then you could immediately sub on Mbappe, and you could bring on your Michael Owen or your Maradona up top, and then you're looking at just a very sweaty game for the rest of it. People might back out at 1-0 in this, but I doubt it because of the other objectives that are required in there with the finesses and all of the other stuff. But basically my advice would be build out your best team from back to front, but make sure that you stack some La Liga players in there and try and think about the weak foots and the skill moves as well for the strikers that you're using. But it shouldn't be too difficult aside from the sweatiness of getting the wins. Otherwise the objectives should come quite naturally as you play the games. Let's just have a quick look at Suarez before I wrap up the video. I do think that the grind for 14 games worth of immediate play, and also to have to win 10, it's quite a time consuming thing. It's similar to the league players, but probably a little bit harder, I would say, based on the objectives, just because the managerial masterpiece mode tends to balance things out. In terms of Suarez though, 4-star high medium is fantastic, 6 foot tall as well. Right in the centre for being, just tall enough, but not massively tall and clunky, and not too short that he's going to get pushed over all the time. In terms of his stats, his shooting is fantastic, his passing is fantastic, his dribbling is brilliant, with the exception of his agility and balance, which are a little bit low. In terms of his defending, you can ignore that, but the heading accuracy is great, so that's helpful. And then his physical stamina is a little bit low, and the jumping is a little bit low, so he's not really going to be prolific in the air, but that's not a massive factor in this game this year anyway. The main drawback on his card, obviously, is that 79 pace. So you're going to be looking at either, if you put Hunter on him, it's going to max his shooting and bring his pace up to about 89, And then in terms of using another one, you could also use a catalyst on him, which would bring his passing up, and then he's well rounded in all areas. But if you're not worried too much about getting just full pace on him, and you wanted to use him in cam maybe, or you just wanted to use him generally up front, and you're not too worried about the pace of getting him behind, then I would say that you could run an engine on this, which will give you the dribbling, and it will help max out the agility and balance, and that should help counter his clunkiness. And that's what I would go for on this card. I hope that this video has been helpful to you guys in building a team and what you can do and how to get the objective done a little bit quicker. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe to me, you can. Make sure to check me out on the socials below, especially TikTok. My name's Soapsy, and I'll see you guys later.